Hello there, welcome back to our randomiser of Pokemon Stadium's Gym Leader Castle. It's the Titanic Alex versus the Gargantuan Dan, making us both seem normal size by comparison. Now, let me learn you these rules, bruv. Number 1, your team must be randomized. Number 2, on a loss you must re-randomize your entire team. Number 3, you must return to the first trainer in a gym that you lost at. Number 4, you can replace one Pokemon whenever you defeat a gym leader. The replacement must be randomized. Number 5, Mew or Mewtwo in the randomizer means we can select a wildcard Pokemon. Alex has chosen Slowpoke, while I've chosen the objectively superior Gengar. Number 6, we're limited to 2-hour play sessions. Alex is massively in the lead at this point, but who doesn't love a comeback story? Remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications to make sure you never miss an episode. That's enough out of me. I'll see you on the other side. I was fucked. That was all I had. That's all I had. Oh my god.
You'll have to make at some point, you're going to have to do a reaction video of your own laughter from these videos.
It's just going to be horrible. I hate my laugh. I hate it so much. Imagine, I hate listening to it, and I have to listen to it constantly when I edit. It's the worst.
I mean, it's pretty good that you're enjoying yourself, isn't it? Someone's got to.
We're evenly matched at 2 Pokemon aside. Neither
Oh,
Pokemon
Jesus.
is
Oh, Jesus, Spy.
Earthquake. Super effective.
Come on. Yeah.
Down.
I think this battle's in the bag. I think I'm back to Surge.
There's only one Pokemon left.
Just really hope I don't die to Surge immediately, which would be bad.
I think that we had a really good run last time where basically we just got to play the game properly. And I think this time round we're just going to repeatedly just flail around, just have a wet noodle fight.
I think we were speaking about this the other day because we were talking about potential time limit, like saying we can only do like 5-6 recording sessions, so that'll be like 10-12 hours. But I think because of how quickly we were going through the first set, whenever we've recorded this, we sort of our perspective on how hard this is obviously is warped.
It's not at all accurate.
Yeah, it's like we genuinely thought this would be way easy. We thought this would be easier than what it actually is. Mainly because we're not like Pokemon aficionados. Well, I certainly am not. I love Pokemon, but I'm not like a world champ. Like, you know what I mean?
I know a fair amount about it because I had a happy childhood. But,
well, yeah, that's the only bit I know about it is from my childhood, which is limited.
Yeah, but we were born in the 90s, so our childhood will continue forever.
That is true. He's not wrong. Let's go. Yes. Do I take Electabuzz? Because he won't. He's got Seismic Toss, and he's pretty good.
I don't like the fact they didn't bother putting a fly emotion on Dodrio.
What, they just literally just hovered him up into the air?
Yeah, he's just in the air, just standing there.
No flapping wings, just up he goes.
The challenger better pick the battle Pokemon with caution.
So, if memory serves, this Magneton is tough as nails.
Yeah, this thing was absolutely horrendous, but if you just manage to Earthquake it, that's probably game over.
Very close.
Oh dear.
It's got Hyper Beam. Please miss. Please miss.
To be fair, it's an attack move, so it's probably quite weak.
It isn't that bad, but I was just hoping to have a full health Nidoking against the inevitable Raichu, who's gonna surf me, and he's definitely gonna be slower. So I was hoping he'd survive a surf, which probably won't now.
I probably won't now. No,
Yeah.
he would have been alright before.
The next Pokemon is being pressed.
Oh, he's got Magnet. Oh, maybe he's got Raichu. This might be. Oh, this could be good. So I think Earthquake. Are we quicker?
Oh
Yes,
dear,
we are.
he's singing at me.
Savage attack.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's good. Two down. I might be beating Surge.
This is good. This is positive. These are all positive changes.
Difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Only an hour later than you. Oh, he has got Raichu. Oh, I mean, I've got 2 Pokemon in the back, so I should be able to handle him. But oh god, Raichu is the run ender.
The battle
This is the worst time to be asleep because Chansey can do such a small amount of damage that it genuinely matters whether I'm asleep for 2 or 5 turns, because I could sit and spend 4 turns sleeping and get beaten to death on the last one. Did you go before it? I know you survived.
No, went after he survived a surf. Yes! Surge is done! Get in! Hate you, Surge. I hate you so much, and this team is boss. I really like this team.
I'm so desperately concerned. This Chansey is causing me all manner of issues. I've woken up. Now it's going to get 5 hits on double slap or double edge. I'm just going to lose. I'll be so upset. Oh my god. The heart's just going.
He was watching this, and he's poisoned as well. Is that toxic poison? Oh, yeah, 1 health left.
Yes.
Right, so let's
don't miss.
Let's
Do
register
not
a new
miss.
team. Because I am going to swap out Seal. Although I like Seal, he needs to go.
That was simultaneously the least powerful and yet most important tri-attack that I've ever used.
Nice. So
Thank
Grimer, yes.
So what are you getting rid of?
Well, I'm going to get rid of Seal and swap him out for something which I will randomize in a moment.
But it's so good.
I do like Seal, and he has got a really good moveset in this, but he hasn't got as good a moveset as Shelder, and it's one of those two I was going to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, you're about to go against the grass gym, aren't you? So
Yeah.
you really need to not be putting up with these water Pokemon, their shenanigans.
Although they both have Ice Beam, so which will be very good against them, against the grass types. But it's not as good as what we need. Okay, so randomizing myself 1 Pokemon. Sorry, Seal. Mr. Mime. I seem to remember him
what?
being
I
very
think that's
good
a good choice. That's
a good trade up.
he wants to reach out and grab you.
Barrier, Psychic, Counter, and Seismic Toss.
Psychic's good. Seismic Toss is good. I quite like Seismic Toss.
I've now got 2 Pokemon with Seismic Toss, so I can always do 50 damage if I need to.
I forget that we're living in a world in which basically this Tangler's just going to spam Stun Spore on me until my life is ruined.
The downside is none of my Pokemon have super effective moves against grass types, except for Shelder, who has Ice Beam.
Which is problematic because it's quite a slow Pokemon.
Oh, they are all poison as well, aren't they? So I suppose Nidoking has Earthquake, which is super effective. Ah, Psychic. I'm fine. Ignore that. I'm completely fine. He says, I think Haunter, just a brute force. Mr. Mime and Nidoking.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series. A decisive victory is expected.
Will Psychic do more to Jigglypuff, or will Thunderbolt do more to Jigglypuff? Thunderbolt, right? Surely.
They strike fighting
I think they're
Pokemon.
much of a muchness. To
Yeah, I think isn't Psychic resisted by normal types? Is that correct?
No.
No, that's completely
Substantially
incorrect.
What will the trainer do now?
Do you know what? They really did a great job with the animations in this game. Like, I mean, it got a lot of credit for it in the back in the day because of how massive it was to have 3D Pokemon. But like the animations are amazing. Like Jigglypuff doing Ice Beam, then it literally jumped up in the air and then became smaller as it let go of the Ice Beam. I thought it was genius. It's really good.
Pokemon is being
Actually quite well thought out.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, I mean, it's also the fact that you get the odd Snorlax doing a drop kick if it has like any kicking move.
I think it is that I think that
What's next?
it just comes from that golden age of where people genuinely loved making the games that they were making.
That is true.
And I think that we lost that somewhere along the line.
Is more resistant to
You know,
physical
when you start playing games like Final Fantasy like 13 or whatever, and they're just releasing like a second one and a third one, you're like, I'm just playing through various just corridors which are taking me in one direction to get to the next plot point.
Savage hit.
And it's just like, it's a beautiful game.
Yes.
But there's no love for the actual make your own journey, decide how your character's going to be. It's all very superficial layers of deciding what you want to do and how you want to do it.
So what I remember about is the whole the difference between Final Fantasy VII, which was obviously on PlayStation 1, but had like 4 or 5 discs. Was it 4 discs? And then you got like Final Fantasy 13, which is got like 3 sequels, and it still isn't as long as the original as Final Fantasy VII, for example. So it's like yeah, I get it, but like we're in a different world now with like where graphics are important, but like not that important.
Well, I remember I played Final Fantasy 13 not long after it came out, and basically I played it for, I think it was 9 hours it took me to get to the end of the game. But if you were to play all of the cutscenes consecutively back to back, that's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Which meant it was actually a game which had, 6.5 hours worth of gameplay in it. And I should also point out, I was not good at this game.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine that would inform your decision at the very least.
So it's just like, well... Whereas with Final Fantasy X, for example, a game that I was very good at...
I also loved... I loved Final Fantasy X. Same with 10 too. I thought they were both great games.
Literally, the only reason why 10-2 struggled was because they baked in a prequel idea into the beginning of the game. You know, the whole Braska Jekt and Auron story.
Yep.
They made it so clear that was like a built-in prequel opportunity. They named places, they had stuff go on, and then they just didn't run with it, and they just picked something else. And I think that they could have basically run the same story, but with the 3 of them.
Yeah,
and
it was sort of a missed opportunity, wasn't it? That they didn't do that as like an. I mean, if it was released nowadays, it would be its own DLC sort of thing. It'd be something that you get of find out what happened to Jekt, find out what happened to Jekt and things like that, and you get.
We know what happened to them all.
Yeah, but what I mean is that it wouldn't have been part of the main game. It would have been its own standalone sort of. At least I think so, anyway. And I'm not necessarily against that. But I think that would have been as I say, if it would have been released now, that would have been its own thing. It wouldn't have been part of the main game, I imagine.
Now that's the thing, isn't it? It's that when you look at it, it's like it's a sign of the era. But I also think a sign of the era was the fact that they did that at all. Because to be fair, I think we were in that kind of like when was 10-2 released? 2008. So it was like peak girl boss era. That was. So I think that was possibly part of the reason for doing it. Which isn't an issue, because Yuna and Riku were both like excellent characters. They were really, really good characters.
I don't think there's any character in. Like, I mean, Pain is also a really interesting character. They're all interesting in their own little ways, and then you get like all the cameos from 10 and all that. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely on the side of that. They're all really good characters, and that's sort of why it got carried.
Oh yeah, and I by no means do I think it was a bad game. I did enjoy it. I do think that it lost a lot of the tropes of a decent Final Fantasy game by being a sequel where some of the characters you just patently didn't know. That is them in the normal way. That
is also a very good point, because that was the first proper sequel, wasn't it? I think because there wasn't one before.
Well, I think
I guess they're all
been...
technically sequels, aren't they? But like they're their own separate game. That I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? Also, I forgot to split on Surge, so I've just split just now, so I'm a couple of minutes behind. But again, we're not speedrunning this, so I'm not overly worried.
Worry too much, you'll be alright.
I mean, it is. I'm still an hour behind Alex.
Are you?
I mean, in the timings. So, for example, if we chose to stop now, you'd win because you beat Surge at an hour 35, whereas it took me 2.5 hours to beat him.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
I'm just having a nice time chatting to you about stuff that's not really relevant.
Again, this is very odd for us. This isn't what we normally do. It's just a nice chilled out way to do this, isn't it? Which I quite enjoy. So hopefully,
telling me that I put a controller into this. By the way.
I mean, I'm actually really pleased you got one. Is it work? It's definitely working better. Did you just beat Erika? My God.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. She's gone.
So there you go.
All of her bases now belong to me.
So Alex just beat Erika. I am. Where am I in the grand scheme of things? I'm in Erika's gym.
So at this point, I would rather like to go and swap my Pikachu out, please, Dan.
Do it. Yeah, do what you want. You're all good. Oh, I shouldn't have. Why did I do electric? That was dumb. Psychic, I knew would have killed it. Would have. Oh man, that's just a dumb decision, is what that is. I get fully paralyzed.
Have you made a decision which is gonna just it's gonna cost it for you?
I'm hoping. No, it's only he only set me back a turn, but it's very frustrating. I love the fact he's got like stiff as a board and just falls over. Like Dratini's death animation is really weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like, I don't like it. Right, let's generate one more Pokemon. Let's spin the wheel. Moltres.
Oh, okay. Moltres is one of the worst legendaries, but it's still a legendary. Is the point?
It's still a bird that's on fire.
It still is a fire, but Flame Bird, get on board. Fire Blast is good, but inaccurate. Sky Attack takes 2 turns, so naff.
I mean, I'm not unhappy with this going into playing against Koga, because I seem to remember that a lot of poison types in this game are also grass types.
True, very true.
So I'm pretty happy going into this.
So I'm gonna take Haunter, Mr. Mime, and Nidoking for this one because of the various poison types on his team. I'm now fighting the Chancellor trainer, so I hope they haven't brought
me. The arch troll himself.
I hope they just haven't brought them.
I seem to recall that they didn't do that when I played against them, which is why I was so surprised when I had to fight both the Lickitung and the Chansey.
That's interesting. You just literally immediately swapped out his Nidoran. Nidorino, I think, even.
Well, guys, I've just beaten a gym. You know what that means.
Time to lose.
You know what it means. No.
Oh, you're going to get some cheese.
I'm going to get a little bit of cheese. I'm going to get a little bit of cracker. I'm going to get a little bit of chutney.
That's not going to be enough. Who do I swap out here? Because he's definitely got a ground move that can... Let's swap out here. I think that's the smart play.
Oh, that's lovely.
They're staring each other down.
We've got this nice apricot Wednesday down.
Oh, mate. Like we need to make this its own little offshoot channel of cheese with Alex.
Part of what I reckon.
That was dumb. That was actually really dumb of me. I swapped into Nidoking thinking, oh, that would be better against Marowak because it's got a ground move, and ground moves aren't that bad against Nidoking. But of course, it's a poison type, so of course they're super effective.
Oh.
Double kick did nothing, so I should have stuck with Earthquake. Oh well, bye-bye Nidoking. Sorry, mate.
Probably fine. I can't remember what the first one is I picked. I'm thinking about cheese.
Is it down and out? What will the next Pokemon be?
Haunter. So Haunter with Psychic should end this. I can't see Marowak being faster than Haunter. So.
What's next?
Well, I think we're just going to have to hit this fella.
Just go for the overpower. Have you got any ground moves? Because that would be really good against Grimer. Is Boomerang a ground move? Oh, you're sold.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Lickitung. So he hasn't brought his Chansey. That's good.
How will the type difference affect that?
The issue with the Chansey isn't that it's going to beat you.
It's just
that the Chansey is going to waste your time like Chronic.
Come on, special drop. Nah. Oh, he's confusing me. Miss. Oh. Lucky enough,
my last bit now.
Lucky enough, Haunter's attack is... Oh, you haven't beaten the gym, so how can you have your last bit?
Because it's the same cracker. I've only got 4 crackers, 5 bits of cheese. I didn't think I would beat any more than 4 gyms today.
What'll it do?
Oh, burn me as well. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not too worried. It's just the constant damage. Like the burn's okay because I'm not using my attack stat, but
it's a trickle damage, isn't it? Against something that's quite slow to beat.
Of course, I've hit myself twice in confusion, back to back.
But on the plus side, you're doing less damage to yourself. Your attack's been reduced.
That is true. That is very true.
What
actually,
I didn't realise when I was saying, "Oh, this will be a bit of a slow gym for me," I didn't realise that this Marowak is just not even a Pokemon battler. It is a murderer.
Oh yeah, of course. Like any ground moves against poison types, you're away.
Yeah, he just turned up.
Yeah.
He didn't even do a proper fight. He just turned up. He just stoved their heads in with a random femur.
Also, it hit 3 fire blasts in a row.
That's an unreasonable amount of fire blast to hit.
That feels like I got 2 confusion hits and he hit fire blast 3 times in a row. That doesn't make me feel good. I should be all right because Mr. Mime's got this.
But he's also got his little dance moves.
Yep.
And that warms the cockles of your heart, doesn't it?
It does. It just makes everything better.
Matter.
It makes everything better. Psychic should end this, hopefully.
There he goes.
Yep. And then hopefully, yeah, it's Nidorino, so I know he's going to be here, so I should be okay.
Here's a question for you. Would Mewtwo have been more or less scary in his film if he used the same sort of dance moves as Mr. Mime when doing his moves?
I think more. Scary.
Just slightly more.
This uber
scary.
Pokemon. This Pokemon designed specifically to beat all other Pokemon. Just
I'm so much better than you that I've got enough time just to do the Macarena.
Like it's the whole he always takes 2 turns to have to take a shot just because he can.
He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care.
That was almost a big mistake, that battle, but that's okay. I got through it. So Erika, what animals does she have?
Animal.
They're all poison except for Tangela, so that's good news. I think we just go Haunter, Nidoking, Mr. Mime. Psychic, and Ground. I think we're good. Although Ground is bad against... I always bring Nidoking forgetting his weaknesses.
Nidoking's great, apart from that specific issue that you keep forgetting about.
Yep, all the time. But it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully I won't have to lean on him too badly. Immediate crit hit first. Oh, it's still going to be a 3-hit kill. And I'm paralyzed now because he definitely was never going to miss Stun Spore. It's okay. I'm not worried. That's going to do nothing.
Turns out with Nidorino to take a punch like a chap.
Oh, 2 crits in a row. Sorry, Tangela. Get out of my face.
Choke why they've done this to Nidorino, because Nidorino was quite an adorable looking Pokemon on the Game Boy. But when you look at Nidorino on this, she looks like an aggressive little look at her.
It was always like Nidorino was always like was very dinosaur-like, if memory serves.
Yeah, but it's like this whole thing she's doing it. You know, it's very. It's like a sort of come on then kind of look.
Come on.
I've got my keys in my hand. You know, it's like in between my knuckles.
Against Chokma.
Chokma.
It's like he's just letting everyone know what his fetishes are.
Chokma. Northern Machoke.
What now?
I won't ask you again, Chokma.
Do it. Okay, I think this is a wash because Haunter's doing work, and I've got Mr. Mime in the background with Psychic as well. So I think this should be a quick.
And you're going to be all right.
This should be a quick Erika, unless she's got something insane lined up, where like a Vile Plume that knows fire blast or something like that, or no Psychic. I think I'm okay.
The battle has become one-sided. What's this?
That might do some damage.
It didn't do much damage.
Not at all. I've been quite lucky. I haven't been paralyzed at all so far.
Perfect game.
That's pretty lucky.
Yeah,
A lot of the reason why Erika took time for me was just the fact that it, oh bloody hell, that's not a flattering camera angle for that horn.
It's my favourite because it looks straight up his mouth. It's the best.
It looks like he's trying to. You know those like weird little windows you can get in your door. So you can have a look at see who's knocking on it.
So that's Erika done. That was incredibly quick, and I'm quite happy about that because now instead of being an hour behind, I'm now 20 minutes behind or 10 minutes behind.
I'm very unhappy about this because I was doing all right. And now I just feel like I've lost a lot of my. I've completely crushed my motivation to carry on.
Yeah, it's all
right. You know.
So do you want to stop here and declare yourself the winner by being 10 minutes? There's no Pokemon that I want to swap out. I don't think. I quite like all my Pokemon, and they should be.
We'll
good
keep
again.
Mr. Mime.
Huh?
Groovy Mr. Mime.
Groovy Mr. Mime. He's gonna carry me in this, I think, because well, I can't see me using any other Pokemon other than Haunter, Nidoking, and Mr. Mime in this gym.
I don't like this, by the way. Them putting against just before you fight against the Poison Gym. Here's 6 Psychic types.
Oh no. Okay. So I might have to use different Pokemon for that.
Hey, you don't know that. I shouldn't have said that.
You're giving me knowledge. I do have a lot of I have quite a hefty psychic weakness, so against Sabrina I'm going to be a bit fucked. Ditto.
Actually have anything that can really fight them, so I'm just going to have to just go for really heavy hitters, aren't I?
Yeah, just overpower. Jolteon should be pretty good in that, especially against Slowbro.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to.
It transformed into Haunter with 10 HP.
Worth it.
Oh, it got its psychic off before I did. That's really annoying.
A psychic blast. Perfect game. Oh, is it down and out? What will the next Pokemon be?
Luckily, although I don't have the best team for fighting these psychics, I do have this Pinsir, which is an absolute unit.
Yeah.
Which I completely forgot I even had because I've been busy focusing on Marowak.
I think I'm going to need to probably drop Grimer after this.
Nah, keep it.
Because he's going to be useless against Sabrina.
I actually think Sabrina is the point where we're going to start finding that we're losing repeatedly. Because Psychic is so strong.
Yeah, it is. And there's nothing that really resists it, I don't think.
Not yet. I think there is in the next.
Not in Generation 1. But Weezing's been swapped out.
Oh no, I'm going to lose here. I'm up against the true Mewtwo. Mr. Mewtwo.
At Venom.
What's that? His Twitter handle?
Yes. Yes, it is.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Dear.
We're down to the last
Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime has not been defeated in battle. He simply doesn't view me as a threat. So he is leaving now to pursue other endeavours.
He walks. He just leaves to go pursue Ash's mum.
Oh God.
It's so weird in the anime. Remember that? Like, it's so. We've mentioned this before. I'm not even sure if it was in this recording or another recording, but it's quite clear that Ash's mum is into Mr. Mime and Professor Oak. It's so strange.
But the thing is that I think it's fair to say that there was a Pokemon war, wasn't there, before
Yes.
Gen 1? And so I think that they're just about to enter their own baby boom era, which is actually indicative of all the people that have played Pokemon since that point. You consider each of us have played like at least 6 or 7 Pokemon games. That's a 1-to-7 ratio of real life people to Pokemon people. So we represent the baby boomers of that generation.
That is a...
Just think about the things that they're going to have to deal with soon. Inflation. They're going to have between 3 and 4 financial crashes.
They won't be able to buy any houses.
Pension freeze.
Honestly, it's upsetting, really, isn't it?
Well, it's probably about 30 years worth of Pokemon games they're going to start looking into that. I'm really looking forward to them having the financial incentives type brought in.
I'm looking forward to when they realise that basing their entire economy over fighting animals isn't a good idea.
Well, that's the thing. They need to get less hardy fighting animals, because I think that it's mainly unsustainable because they can't be killed. I think if it was just like cocks or something, it'd be fine. But then the upkeep's much lower.
Swapping out. Okay. Free Thunder Punch off. On whatever this is.
But let's face it, if it was financially viable, it wouldn't be illegal cockfights that be going on. It'd be like illegal horse fights, bulls, giant snapping turtles. Far more interesting.
I mean, I wish I could say you were wrong, but I can't. I can't do it.
I think it'd be very short-sighted of you to say that I'm wrong.
Oh, you've made it to Koga.
I've made it to Koga himself.
To be honest, I reckon you're going to breeze past Koga.
I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned, but I could just smash him in the head with Marowak.
Yeah, Marowak and Pinsir, I think, are probably going to run you through that battle quite easily.
Yeah, I mean, I am a little bit... There is a part of me that just goes, do I take Pinsir because I've got nothing that's actually any good in his moveset? But then there's another part of me that just says, do it, you pussy.
I'd say Marowak, Pinsir, and Jolteon for you would be what I'd do.
But Moltres...
Doesn't have very good moves.
You kidding me, mate? Look at it, it's a giant flaming chicken. I'm taking my giant flaming chicken and I'm going to run with
it. Do you want? I mean, you're going to win anyway because Marowak is just going to boss it, so it's fine.
Cut on Marowak. Rip and tear, Marowak. Rip and tear.
Rip and tear. I am going to stay in this time with against Kingler or Lurking. What a horrible name for your Pokemon. Oh, I've got Thunderbolt. What am I doing?
What'll it do?
Ah!
Oh, that's your first mistake, Venomoth, using Mega Drain on this Moltres for 2 HP.
At least it healed up 1.
That's true, that's true. It got that vital 1 HP. I was going to sleep powder me, so I might be in trouble here.
What a furious battle.
I am in trouble.
Oh, hello.
God damn it, flaming chicken! Why aren't you Jolteon, you bastard?
Walk straight up as well. So that's quite lucky.
How much of that was due to me yelling at it? Do you reckon? This microphone's very good.
I like the fact it immediately went for sleep powder again. Like, because it's faster than you, it can just keep on doing that. Safer.
And will, but at some point the algorithm will mean it won't do it. But the problem is it's not great from a speed run perspective.
That's true. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you're new around here, and yeah, we'll catch you again next week for some more Stadium shenanigans. Will Alex defeat Koga? That's the big question of this episode. Let us know in the comments what you think of our teams and how terrible we are at Pokemon. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.